There's a strange kind of exhaustion that doesn't come from doing too little. It comes from doing everything right. You showed up, you stayed disciplined, you kept going when it was uncomfortable. And yet, somewhere along the way, life didn't feel lighter. It felt heavier, not loud, not dramatic, just quietly heavy. If you've ever wondered why, this isn't a video about fixing yourself. It's a moment to sit with a question most people never slow down long enough to ask. The confusing feeling. I've noticed something over the years. The people who feel the most confused about their lives are often the ones who tried the hardest to do things right. They followed the advice. They avoided obvious mistakes. They stayed responsible. From the outside, nothing looks broken. But inside, there's a constant sense of tension. A feeling of being late to something you can't quite name. Not unhappy, not depressed, just stuck. And the strangest part is this: they don't feel allowed to complain, because by every visible measure, they should be grateful. So instead of asking what's wrong, they turn inward. Why am I still feeling this way? What am I missing? Why does effort no longer bring relief? These questions don't scream, they whisper, and when they go unanswered long enough, they begin to feel like personal failures, even when they're not. Effort used to work for a long time. Effort works. Try harder, stay disciplined, push through discomfort, and life responds. You see progress, you feel momentum, you feel useful. But there comes a moment, usually much later than expected, when effort stops working the way it used to. You push, and nothing opens. You stay disciplined, and the tightness remains. At first, you assume the solution is more effort, so you optimize your habits. You refine your routines. You become more controlled, but control isn't the same as clarity, and discipline can quietly turn into self-pressure when it's no longer aligned with something deeper. This is the moment many people misinterpret. They think they're failing, when in reality a different kind of question is trying to emerge. The question people avoid. The question isn't, how do I fix myself? It's, what am I still holding that no longer belongs to me? Most people never ask this, because letting go feels irresponsible. We're taught that pressure is proof of commitment, that weight means we care. But sometimes the heaviness isn't coming from life. It's coming from expectations we inherited without choosing. Versions of success that once motivated us but quietly expired. Identities that helped us survive earlier chapters but no longer fit who we're becoming. The body feels this before the mind understands it. That's why the feeling comes first, long before the explanation. Why stillness feels uncomfortable when effort stops working. Stillness feels dangerous because stillness removes distraction. And without distraction, unanswered questions get louder. Many people avoid stillness not because they're lazy, but because they sense something important might surface. Something that could require change. Not dramatic change, but honest change. And honesty has consequences. It may ask you to disappoint expectations, to slow down without a clear reason, to stop chasing clarity through motion. Stillness doesn't give answers immediately, it gives space. And space is where outdated motivations finally lose their grip. You are not broken. This is the part many people need to hear. Feeling stuck doesn't mean you failed. It often means you outgrew a version of life that once made sense. Growth isn't always expansion. Sometimes it's subtraction, releasing the need to prove, releasing constant self-monitoring, releasing the pressure to justify your pace. The mind becomes lighter not when it gains clarity, but when it stops carrying what was never meant to be held forever. A quieter way forward. The way forward isn't a strategy, it's an orientation. Paying attention to what drains you even when you're doing it well. Noticing what feels heavy even when it looks successful. Giving yourself permission to pause without immediately replacing momentum. This isn't about quitting life. It's about letting life rearrange itself once unnecessary weight is set down, quietly, without announcements, without explanations. If life feels heavy right now, it may not be because you're doing something wrong. It may be because something old is asking to be released. Not today, not all at once, just noticed. Sometimes awareness is enough to begin loosening the grip. You don't need to become someone else. You may only need to stop holding what no longer belongs to you. And that's not failure. That's transition, quiet, honest, and deeply human.